Welcome to Real Estate Essentials. I'm your host, Jay Deher. This week we're coming to you from the St. George Parade of Homes. Last year they almost had 30,000 people go through it. And if you missed it, don't worry, because we have exclusive behind the scenes footage with the builders and the beautiful homes that they've created. All that and more coming up right after this. I'm Jay Deher. I've been on top of Utah's real estate market for over 10 years. I will show you things about this market that you never knew.
Our clients often come to us at some of the more difficult and challenging moments in their lives. They are reassured to learn that we uphold the highest levels of confidentiality, privacy, and integrity. We believe in earning their trust, and our goal is to help build their financial confidence. Our mantra is simple: change your credit, change your life.
So I'm here with Kayson with Traveller Custom Homes. Kayson, thanks so much for taking a minute. Beautiful home.
Thank you very much. Great opportunity to be here.
So tell me a little bit about this home. This is one of my very favorites. Tell me what you guys created, what you had in mind here.
We tried to design a house that would maximize the views as well as maximize living and lifestyle. We designed this courtyard to be open yet private, so you have a secluded feel.
Yeah, beautiful work. It's got a fireplace right in there. It's got that water feature, and then it looks over Zion's National Park, right?
Yep.
Beautiful. And so as you come inside here, tell me what you had in mind as you're creating the interior.
Wanted something when you open the front doors that took your breath away, just looking out over to Pine Valley Mountain and just maximizing the views. And that's kind of the way we designed the house, was to maximize the views out of every room we could.
Yeah, so you literally built this house around the view then?
Correct.
And it shows spectacular work. We're going to look at that outside just here in just a little bit. So just really cool fireplace. I really like the decorating that you did in here. Who helped you with your decorating?
Angie Marshall with Tasteful Trend Interiors.
She did a great job. So as we come into the kitchen, tell me about what you guys created.
We wanted to create something that was big and functional as well. We used Sub-Zero Wolf appliances, and Riverwoods Mill really helped us out in designing a functional.
Tell me about this island.
This island was built just a round island. It was kind of just a concept we came up with one day. Didn't really know if it was going to work or not. Once we were able to put it through and build it, it turned out awesome. Everybody really seemed to like it.
Yeah, it was really a showstopper. And there are those incredible views out those windows. We're going to look at a little more of those in a minute here. So headed here into the master bedroom, right?
Yep.
Tell me what you had in mind here.
Same thing, just kind of maximizing the views. So when you wake up in the morning, first thing you see is just all view. Wanted to kind of have your own living space to where you really wouldn't have to leave this wing of the house unless you were going to the kitchen.
Yeah. And of course, this master bedroom I just absolutely love. Tell me a little bit about what you did.
The master bath has got a shower that flows about 32.5 gallons per minute. It is large, but very warm in there. Some people thought it wouldn't be. We used all porcelain and limestone tile in there with the see-through fireplace going to the master tub.
Now I noticed in here behind one of the mirrors, you actually had a television in there.
Yep, have a 42-inch LED television back there.
You wouldn't see it unless it turned on, which was amazing.
It kind of shows hidden, but that allows you to watch TV in the tub or while you're getting ready in the morning.
Awesome. So tell me a little about the subdivision and the views here.
Stone Cliff's a gated community in southern Utah, one of the few that are down here. We have all hilltop lots. As we develop the lots, we take the views into consideration with height restrictions and everything like that to maximize the views.
So Kayson, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, wanted more information about your building, how would they reach you?
They just go to our website, khthomes.com, and you can contact us through there.
This season, we're going to be doing more incredible before and after remodels. If you have a project, let's get my dream team together and feature it on the program. Be sure to tune into Real Estate Essentials every Sunday afternoon at 12:30, only on ABC 4 Utah. Xcellent Homes is the exclusive builder in the Bella Vista Subdivision. I've got Austin here. Austin, tell me a little bit about your subdivision and this home that you've built.
Got a nice little subdivision that sits atop the hill in Washington with 360-degree views. Views of Pine Valley to the north, Zion to the east, the Washington Hills to the south, and St. George City to the west. Just a great setting.
Yeah, beautiful. And so is this home already sold?
Yeah, this home sold just a month before the Parade of Homes.
Yeah, beautiful. Somebody must be really enjoying this.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this outside and what you guys created.
Well, we wanted to take advantage of the views. We got a really nice courtyard in the front that looks to the south. We can get that morning sun. And then in the back of the home, we've got a covered patio to the north with a fire pit where you can sit and look at Pine Valley.
Great. So now on the inside, obviously beautiful detail work. Tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, we got budded glass windows that look to the north, beautiful fireplace, ceiling details with faux painting. We got a gourmet kitchen with a thermador range that anchors the kitchen with a pot filler, natural stone surrounds. Big walk-in hidden pantry.
Hidden in the master bedroom. Tell me a little bit about this.
We've got a cozy master bedroom that sits away from the other guest bedrooms, takes advantage of the views, has some beautiful ceiling detail, fireplace, TV above the fireplace.
Yeah, that's a beautiful fireplace. So we're heading to the master bath here, so tell me.
We got a nice Roman tub, the walk-in shower with natural stone surrounds. Mirrors encased in natural stone. We've got a great feature. We put in a solar skylight that opens up to vent the bathroom. It's a new idea and works great.
So it literally just works on solar energy then?
Yeah, it's on a remote control and is powered by the sun.
That's awesome. Okay, so tell me a little bit. So this is kind of the casita end, or this is where the guests would come and stay. And tell me what you had here.
Yeah, the casita, we've got access to the front patio. We've got it set up where you can have a guest stay when you're not there and they don't have access to the rest of the house. So it's a great way to let one of your friends stay in your house but not have access to the entire house.
Yeah, which is really popular right now in St. George, right?
Yeah.
Lots of visitors.
We always have visitors. I wish I could take credit for the great weather, but we can't.
You just have to enjoy it,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Good for you. So headed out back, we're going to look at a few more of these views and kind of what you did, this kind of outside seating area.
We've got a nice built-in barbecue. You can sit and grill and watch the mountain 100 miles away, and it's just beautiful.
Great work. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Austin. So if somebody wanted to talk to you about homes, how would they reach you?
You can visit our website at www.xcellenthomes.com, and our contact information is there.
It used to be that credit was used primarily to assess risk, and lower credit scores paid higher rates and with less favorable terms. These days, credit is used in a myriad of ways. Consider employment. Some employers consider low scores to mean less discipline and potential future disloyalty. That's why credit education is more important today than ever before.
So I'm here with Justin with Desert Sky Homes, and Justin, I really like this home. Tell me what you did here.
Well, we worked hand in hand with the architect here at Desert Sky Homes. We have our own in-house architect as well as a design team that really we can do any kind of a feel as far as a home, contemporary, modern, traditional, transitional, whatever the client so desires.
Okay, and so what was your idea on this one?
This one, what we wanted to do is we wanted to bring a little bit of modern, but we wanted it to feel very warm. So it's a really kind of a warm feeling modern home, but it's also can be a transitional home, what we call a transitional home.
And when you say transitional home, what do you mean by that?
It really means that you can, with your decor, which here at Desert Sky, we have our own in-house decor team, With that, you can actually change the style of the home with your decor, and it leads to just about any type of style that the client would like.
Now tell me a little bit about this kitchen. This was really creative.
The kitchen is really cool. It's got Sub-Zero wolf in it, which we do quite a bit of, but you can also walk from your pantry into the kitchen with the garage, kind of a byway between your garage and your kitchen through the pantry.
So you literally can drive into your garage with all your groceries and stuff and walk right into your pantry and then right into the kitchen.
Yes, that's correct.
Very, very creative. Okay, so tell me about all the windows and the energy efficient side of this home.
On the energy efficiency side, we really try to get our homes to the extreme on the energy efficiency. It's got all 2x6 construction, closed self-foam insulation, which is absolutely wonderful. The glass is Cardinal 366 glass, and what that does is it helps with the energy efficiency, because this home has a lot of glass in it, as you can see, so it really helps with your utility bills.
And what about the attic?
The attic's really cool. We did something a little bit different. We made it so that you can cool your attic with a swamp cooler, and it blows out the hot air out of your attic. Down here in St. George, we have hot summers, so you want that heat to get out of the attic, so we blow it out the soffits and cool your attic that way.
That's a great idea.
It is cool.
Now, as we're going to the backyard here, tell me about what you guys have created as far as this kind of inside-outside living.
Well, we really, down here in St. George, we really love the idea of bringing outdoor living inside the home, or vice versa. And here at Desert Sky again, we create our own swimming pools. We do the design features. This one has a splash pad that's really cool for the grandkids, and a pool house that everybody can be entertained with.
Well, you did a terrific job here. So now, Justin, if somebody wanted to reach you, they were interested in talking about homes, how would they reach you?
You'd get a hold of us on our website at dshllc.com. Again, that's for Desert Sky Homes, LLC.com.
These days, I see so many families work more hours at more jobs or cut out comforts and necessities, all in attempts to improve their lives. I've always quipped that a redirection of resources from high, subprime, and predatory rates can yield the same, if not better, life-changing results. That's where we come in.
So I'm here with Gilbert Jennings of JMI Constructors. Thanks so much for taking a minute with us, Gilbert.
Sure.
So tell me a little bit about your home and what you created here.
This is the hole-in-one. This is a Southwest contemporary home in the design with stucco and natural stone on the exterior. On the interior in this year's home, we did a little different look than we've done in the past. This home is all painted in trim on the inside, lots of white or very light cabinetry.
Yeah, really popular right now, which I absolutely adore.
It is, and so the finishes we made very light and airy. Wanted this house to have a great connection to the outdoors. Notice that in the kitchen there's a dark charcoal actually for the lower cabinets, and a lighter
stark white, which is really nice.
And then there's a really nice granite, lighter granite finishes on the countertops. Notice in the dining room the really light, airy feeling, and you get a look out to the covered patio in the rear. This house has 2 patios. Lots of outdoor living in St. George. People come to recreate and have a great time. The master bedroom, notice the pastel colors that we've used this year, light grays and greens in the house. Great colors to decorate with. We appreciate our
Super
decorator.
popular right now. Who's
They
your
are.
decorator here?
Decorator is Alice Lane.
Yeah,
Interiors, they've done a great job for us. Notice the light tile in the shower, large shower, lots of storage. It's a great project. This property is designed for our nightly rental program. People can buy this home and have it,
Or a home like this.
or a home like this,
Yeah.
and put it into the nightly rental pool. It's where if they only have time to come on vacation part of the time, they can come and then rent it out the rest of the year.
So you guys should make money and still enjoy their own.
Absolutely. It's a great buy. I think they can really enjoy it. Yeah,
Now, is this one in particular still for sale?
This home is still for sale. If you're interested in the home, You can contact us on our website at jmiconstructors.com or the project, theledges.com. And you can find us, and we'd be happy to talk to you about this home or another home. This one's still available. Thought it was sold, but it's not. Anyway,
That's real estate.
It's a great opportunity for somebody that wants to live in St. George.
Thanks for taking a minute. So we're here at the Parade of Homes, and look who we run into is Billy Casper. How are you doing, Billy?
You know, you make a turn and you never know what you're going to run into. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing wonderful. So what brings you out to the Parade of Homes, Billy?
Well, we're announcing a golf academy here at the Legends, and I brought some of my books along, which has been out less than 2 years, and we have about 25,000 copies in circulation now.
That's great. So tell me a little about your book. What you got in there?
Well, it's an autobiography of my life from the time I struck a golf ball in the cow pastures of New Mexico when I was 4 1/2, and it's about my family. It's about all phases of my life, and Lee Benson worked with me on it, who writes 2 feature columns for the Deseret News every week. We just had a great time doing the book.
So tell me about the golf academy you're doing over here. Are you going to be actually teaching students?
We will have 1 and 2 and 3-day formulas, and I will appear in the 2 and the 3-day academies, and we're never going to have more than 12 people in a group, so it'll be really personalized instruction.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you. I'm super excited. I think I might want to come to your academy. I'd love to learn from you.
Good. Come on down. I'll teach you how to putt and chip and a few other things.
Excellent. Thanks so much. It's a pleasure.
Good
Thanks
to
so much.
visit with you. Thanks.
So I'm here with Riley Richardson with Richardson Brothers Custom Homes. Riley, this is a beautiful home. Tell me what you did here.
Thank you. We built this home in Entrada, a private golf course community in St. George. And we built this house to be a retreat for a specific family, but wanted to make large areas around the home and inside the home for them to enjoy. This is the front courtyard. It's on the east side of the home, so in the winter months you're able to enjoy most of the day out there with the sun shining on you, and there'll be very little shade. In the evening, of course, in the back you'll have the shaded areas.
So you just follow around the house depending on where the sun is.
You follow the sun.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've created this area. We got a little fire feature here, fire water feature. Again, it's a complete living area. It's intended not to be just a little shut-off space. It's a great place to live. The beamwork in the front actually continues all the way through the home and out the back to kind of integrate all of those areas together. That pivot door was really a fun little operative thing to build. In the living room here, again, it's a large area meant to felt kind of rustic and lodge-like. The rustic beams were hand carved by our finished carpenter. Did a fabulous job on that. Again, all the living areas are just specific to gathering. The kitchen here is designed almost like a chef's kitchen or a gourmet kitchen. You've got the side-by-side Thermador 30-inch or 60-inch fridge, 48-inch cooktop. You can get a lot of burgers cooked on that thing, or steaks, or Chateaubriand. But
I love it. Looks good.
The tiles in the back of the backsplash are custom and painted. They're beautiful. This home has a prep kitchen where you can do most of your upfront work before you start cooking, and then put the dishes back away back there when you're done, leaving the kitchen looking pretty.
That's great.
The architect on this house was really thoughtful in creating those large spaces and keeping the living areas or the sleeping areas on one side of the home. And they're a little bit smaller, but they're just sleeping there. Very thoughtful design. The architecture is wonderful. It's McQuay Architects here in St. George.
Yeah, great work.
A lot of wonderful tile work. There in the bathroom we had these beautiful little colorful the porcelain tiles that were like hand painted. They were beautiful as well. That's a breezeway that takes you from the front area to the backyard, where you've got a whole nother sitting and living area,
which is great. Got the TV built outside. I love that TV, kind of behind the barn doors.
Yeah, little sliding barn doors
fan.
keep it protected, but
Nice.
but they have a nice look to them as well. And a little water feature underneath there, so you get the sound of the water, which is very comforting. The splash pad in back, which also has great sound. It makes a beautiful
the fire,
fountain, and the kids love to play in it. Yeah, and then we've got like 5 fire pits around the back.
Well, Riley, great works here. So if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, how would they reach if they were interested?
You can contact us through our website at richardson-brothers.com.
I'm Jay Deher, the host of Real Estate Essentials. This season, we're going to be showing more incredible remodels, as well as the latest housing trends, and even some incredible absolute auctions on multi-million-dollar homes with no reserves. This happens every Sunday afternoon at 12:30, only on ABC for Utah. So Darin, you called me last night. You got something exciting to talk about?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm super excited. So get this. You know, we both have clients that show up, and you know, they've been working hard and they've been paying their bills, and they just can't get ahead. They've been
Isn't that the story of life?
It is, yeah, I know. It's crazy, but anyway, so a lot of people come to me and you say, I want to buy a house, but I don't have a
Down payment,
down payment,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, this is awesome. But there's a new product out there that is actually administered by Utah Housing that solves that problem for a lot of people here, and it's just for people in Utah.
Really?
Yeah.
A program for you?
Yeah, dude. So I want to tell you more about this. So let's go chat about it, because
All right,
there's
I love
some
it.
cool things about it.
So Darin, tell me more about how this helps local people instead of a national program.
Yeah, it's not a national program. It's only for Utahns.
How is that possible?
Well, it's given out by an agency called Utah Housing.
Who's that?
Utah Housing is a government-sponsored agency here in the state, and they've been around actually a long time, but they've come out with a few products just recently that are really helpful. But the gist of it is they will give you the down payment in the form of just a little finance second mortgage.
So they'll finance a down payment?
Yeah, they finance the down payment for you. And your first mortgage is just a regular FHA mortgage or conventional mortgage. So, you know, you're in a normal mortgage. It's really fantastic.
I love it. This is super exciting because this now sets up these people that have been sitting on the fence and been renting forever, and they want to have the dream of home ownership. This bridges that gap.
Yeah, and most people don't know about it.
Yeah, because these things are always changing and evolving. We never really know about it. This is great information.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about it and what you guys are doing and how you're doing it.
Okay, so you know, people that have been in this rental market, they can get out of the rental market, you know, provided they qualify, and restrictions always apply, like they do with every loan.
Yeah.
But in my mind, the restrictions are actually fairly reasonable. You know, if
You got to have a good job,
yeah, you have a good job,
history,
yeah, and the income, and
you got to have income and a good credit score.
yeah, and a decent credit score.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's different programs that Utah Housing does that will allow for varying credit scores. So, you know, we can sometimes fit you into the different program depending on where you're at. Yeah. But it's really super exciting because that restriction of that down payment is completely gone.
Yeah, because they went even from 3 to they were going to 3.5 to 5%, some crazy amounts of down payment.
Yeah, that's right. And man, I even have clients that come in and say, I don't have 20% down, so I can't buy a house.
Yeah.
What? No. And let's get you in a home that will appreciate and that will be something that you can own and just be part of that dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's why we're all here, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you remember when you first bought your house?
Oh yeah, yeah. In fact, a couple that we closed last week, they used one of these programs, and you know, just thinking about those guys walking through their house for the very first time.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I
That
know.
feeling of this is my house.
That's right.
And they're coming out of a rental situation. They didn't know if they could even buy a house. But guess what? Their payment was cheaper than what they could rent that house for.
That's right, because actual home ownership right now, the way things are situated, is actually cheaper than renting.
Yeah, especially with this program.
Because the interest rates are so good right now.
Yeah, it's 100% financing, but it's still really affordable.
Yeah.
It's an affordable way to get in. It's not, you know, they don't get super high rates or have to pay all these penalties. It's a really affordable program, in my opinion.
This is really going to help the market out. And I'm super excited for our clients.
Yeah, right on. Me too.
You don't need someone dropping the ball on your mortgage. Recruit a professional. Darin Rhodes, Utah's mortgage pro. He's got the skills, speed, and experience to win the best financing for your home. So draft Darin today at utahmortgagepro.com.
Darin, we're headed down to St. George, and it's one of my favorite places to go. Do you spend much time down there?
I've been down there quite a bit, yep.
Yeah, so this one's listed at just under $2 million and a great example of one of our classic St. George properties.
So I've actually got a question here for you. I've noticed when I go to St. George that a lot of these homes have that flat roof, low profile, and I've wondered why they do that specifically in that area.
You know, why they do it is to kind of match the terrain. You'll notice on the exterior of the properties, they use lots of stone and wood and natural colors, you know, like the red to kind of match the rocks and everything. And of course, as you look outside, you'll also notice that if you look off into the landscape, you won't see subdivisions of houses because all the houses fit into the landscape.
Oh, so that's why they do it.
And this one looks up Snow Canyon, so you've got the red rocks in the back, and you've got the black lava rocks, and throw in a little green grass and some water, and you've got your own little piece of heaven.
Yeah, retreat, your own retreat.
Yeah,
sure.
It's spectacular, and it almost looks like you're living out in this landscape all by yourself, even though this is, of course, this is the reserve. And of course, then you go inside, and they, of course, just deck these houses out with the most amazing. I love their lines and the way they do. Instead of just square corners, everything kind of wrapping and molding and coming together in big glass windows, which we really don't get up here in the northern part of the state. But down there, they can just have these, I mean, just a banking huge wall of windows to look out.
Especially with that kind of view, you'd want that.
Why? But if you had something like that in your backyard, I want to look at it all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this is a great example of the way that they just kind of roll everything around and put some hard stone in there and some wood to soften it up and a little carpet. Just great work. And that's what you get when you're going down to St. George. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'd like to give a special thank you to the Southern Utah Home Builders Association for letting us be a part of this year's parade. Now remember, real estate's all about local knowledge and timing, and that's what you get here on Real Estate Essentials.